Carla, my lovely, can you tell me, and the listeners, my millions of global listeners, can you tell them what you were experiencing before you came to work with me?
So I was pretty high on the frustration range. I was very, very active pretty much all my life. And then sort of about, well, I would even say it's been 6, 7 years ago. I started getting the aches and pains and then, little niggles, and then they became worse and worse, certain areas, specific to me. And so I started trying different things, trying to do yoga. And then, yeah, when the pain got worse, I'd go and see my doctor, and then I'd get prescribed physio. And I've been through probably, yeah, 3 or 4 different physiotherapists. And yeah, I just felt I was always getting sort of treated for what I was complaining about, but then I'd go away from a bout of physio and find that actually either that pain came back or something else that was not far away from it did. And I just felt like, yeah, a bit on a hamster wheel, and kind of being treated all the time, which actually, if you face it, or if you admit it, it's stressful enough, constantly running around to different appointments, but never really actually, yeah, solving anything. So yeah, I was really happy when I found Jody, because she sounded like, or you sounded like such a
Me being Jody,
yeah,
thanks. That's me.
such a different approach, and you don't find really that very easily. That yeah, what you were talking about before, having started with you, was you're treating the whole body and the whole problem, and really like digging in deeper to find out what's really going on. And that's it's really hard to find anybody that's able to do that right now.
Yeah, yeah. And was that your main reason for coming to see me then? The more
Yes.
holistic kind, yeah. Hmm.
Yes, because I
And
kind of used up all my other, yeah, all the other possibilities. I couldn't really do any more physio, and I had, tried enough, doing my own research and just finding out different moves. And then, yeah, I'd exhausted my own doctor, because yeah, she had also prescribed me, MRIs and different things, and just everywhere we looked, we weren't finding the solution.
Yeah, yeah. It's a common thread in a lot of my clients. And so, what was different about the way we worked together? What was enjoyable? How did I help you?
Well, what I really, looking back, what I really liked was the way that it was like, yeah, it was a very complete experience, because we started out, and I filled out a survey, and I told you basically my whole history, not just of what was hurting me, but accidents I'd had and things I'd done to different parts that could be affected. And that seemed like, yeah, a very realistic place to start, because then once we got into the treatments, you were focusing on those areas, or looking at new areas, that things that were kind of popping up as we were doing treatments together, knowing my history. And you have a fabulous bedside manner. I really enjoy just your energy, I would say, because it's not just a pleasure to, yeah, to see you for, the regular sessions, but also just that you had a real concern and a real, yeah, interest in what was going on with me. It wasn't just like, kind of the brush over that you can get sometimes in medical, standard medical practices. And your gift for what you call your x-ray vision or whatever, which was not just looking at when I was moving, but also your knowledge of anatomy and the movement, the biophysics that are just like, or biomechanics that connect every muscle with everything else, and the way that the muscles are supposed to be used, with doing each of the tests that you would do, pass fail with different muscle groups. I thought that was really yeah, mind blowing. I was really impressed by that, how you could just, and even just going through the sessions saying like, oh, but I have something here. When you do that there, I feel this. And you would be able to explain it because you have that wealth of, yeah, expertise.
Thank you. Thank you. So how do you feel now compared to how you felt before?
I feel a lot better. I feel more balanced. I think I would say that, a lot more balanced. I do still have one or two areas that I would need to work on, because I think really those were just the ones that were the deepest, or yeah, they still need some love and attention, which isn't to say that they aren't also better, but they just haven't completely gone away. But with the rest of the areas and things that I'd really been struggling on with, like, you know, with my knees and my hips, those things, which were the initial things that I came to you with, apart from, yeah, with my shoulder and then my plantar fasciitis, which are the ones I still need to work on. Those other areas I feel great and I don't have problems with anymore. And that's already such a huge step forward, or several steps forward. So yeah, I'm really happy, and I'm really glad. I mean, it was definitely worth it to sign on with you and to follow a good course of treatment.
Thank you. Very good. Okay. And so, last question, what would you say to someone who is thinking about working with me and still is sitting on the fence, maybe?
I would highly recommend it because of, yeah, this is a kind of treatment that you're just not going to find anywhere else. And yeah, from my experience, if you're feeling frustrated, or that, yeah, you're being told to do one thing, but then it just doesn't feel, yeah, that's not the whole picture. You still don't have the whole, yeah, that's not you. It's like you're feeling like it's a tip of an iceberg that's being treated. I would highly recommend seeing Jody, because yeah, it's just not, you won't find any other kind of care or complete treatment anywhere else. And yeah, it's just a complete package. And yeah, I would really recommend it. So jump in and get off the fence.
Okay, that's really good to hear. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad you're going to carry on with group classes now, which is lovely. So I can still have you under my X-ray vision each week. And thanks for your time today. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Thanks.